Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, back with another Masamune episode review for you guys. Jeez, it's been a long time since we got Masamune-Kun. Like, I don't even remember the last time the anime aired. Like, it was a long time ago from what I remember. Now I remember watching the episode, remember watching the first season, and then since I saw that there was no season 2, or there was no potential I guess chance of a season 2 happening, I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna read the rest of the manga and see how the story ends. Now I did read the rest of the manga, but it was so long ago that I honest to God forgot how the manga ended. Now I know obviously endgame in terms of what happens with Masamune in the end, but you know, it's crazy. You know, when this show was announced to get a season 2, I was actually pleasantly surprised that after all this time we're getting a second season of Masamune-Kun. So when I realized, which funny enough, apparently the episode aired on the 3rd. I didn't realize it at the time. I've just been so busy with work. But anyways, the thing is, I pretty much watched the first episode of season 2, and hey, I enjoyed it. I really did. It was kind of a soft reintroduction to the series, because it's kind of been a while. But then again, at the same time, the one thing this episode does is it continues the story. So, honestly, you would probably have to rewatch all of season 1 if it's been a while for you, to literally understand where the story was going from the end of season 1. And now, I didn't rewatch all of season 1. I probably should have done it, but I didn't. Maybe at some point, I'll rewatch all of season 1, and then I'll continue on with season 2 with what I was at, so I can be left off on the storyline. But I do remember some small things. Obviously, I remember the whole point of the fact that Masa pretty much, you know, he was the fat, chubby kid, and pretty much, you know, it looks like, you know, Aki told him off and pretty much said, like, she doesn't like, you know, his guys that are his type, pretty much. So that's pretty much kind of the thing right then and there. And I kind of do remember the fake Masamune guy, which is later revealed in this episode. It seems like that fake Masamune is actually a girl, because we see like the wrapping around her chest. So that's very interesting. Now you have to wonder, like, okay, why is this girl character so high over heels for Aki? Now, you know, she does make the mention, like, I don't care if it's gender, I gotta do this for my family. So maybe her family is, like, poor, and maybe, you know, she sees, like, if I pretend I'm a guy and I marry, Aki, then maybe I can get her fame, her riches, and pretty much, and set my family up for life. Where that could be going, I don't know, but I do remember that character being kind of a thorn in Masamune's side, and we even see at the end of the episode when confronting with Aki's maid. I forgot her name too, but the girl that calls Masamune Pig's Foot. I do remember that. You know, the fake Masamune character pretty much saw like Masamune and the maid pretty much like dabbing each other up, saying like, okay, I got your back, you got my back. Because remember, in a way, the maid is helping Masamune get close to Aki. So then his whole plan is like, I'm going to get revenge, I'm gonna make her fall for me and then dump me, and then I'm gonna dump her right then and there when she thinks that we're gonna start dating, we're gonna start like going out and things like that. So yeah, but pretty much the premise of this episode is they go to France on a school trip, which is actually pretty interesting. Like, who would have ever thought a school trip would be... No, some school trip. Well, then again, what do I know? I watched Spider-Man Far From Home, and they went to, like, freaking Europe for a school trip. So, yeah, but even then, I still think it's, like, crazy. It's, like, honest to God, like, going abroad for school, for college or something. Oh, man, I'm tired. Anyways, As I was saying, the thing is, Masamune is pretty much, he's trying to come up with something to give time for Aki, so he can, like, get close, and then hopefully maybe get her to fall, and then he can reject her, and he has this whole plan set up with what he's going to do in terms of getting closer to Aki. But surprisingly, Aki pretty much is like, ask Masamune once they first get there, like, hey, if there's time, could you, like, talk, could we have a talk, could we, like, talk together, just you and me alone? And he's kind of shocked because he's like, wait, she just is doing this out of the kindness of her heart? That's interesting. Now, again, like I said, I don't remember from season 1 if she had this planned, if she wanted to talk to him about something, but we do know that she seems mildly interested in Masamune, like, pretty much is the one, Masamune is the one guy that is actually getting to her to maybe pretty much make her fall for him. But albeit, we even see before she leaves, she looks at the picture of Masamune when he was younger, when he was fatter, pretty much, and obviously we see that she still has that attachment to that one character, so, or to him from the past, albeit she still doesn't know that's actually him from the past. He just got skinny and everything. I also forgot that Masamune has, like, a freaking has a chibi mom, pretty much, which I completely forgot about. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. He has a mom that is, like, pretty much a lolly. I'm like, okay, that's hilarious. But in this whole trip in France, they end up running into this French girl that pretty much is trying to make, like, a Japanese, who adores, like, manga and everything. She's trying to make, like, a Japanese romance manga. But the thing is, she's not, like, her thing is, she makes the romance, like, quick to the point, which, it's funny because it's like, when we watch these animes, we always seem like, why do these characters in these romance animes just not pick something up and just do the simple real life thing and, you know, just get together? And it was funny from that standpoint because this French girl, I forgot her name, she did that with what many anime fans typically kind of complain about romance animes when it's, like, pretty oblivious, like, no, these characters need to be together. I'd rather see these characters hook up and then we can see how their relationship progresses. You know, there's only, like, a select few of animes that actually do that. But, you see, I found it absolutely hilarious that Masamune is like, you can't do that! You need to draw it out. You need to make the relationship build up and everything. And pretty much, you know, Aki kind of says the same thing. And they kind of get in a little bit of an argument or something. And then the French girl's like, it almost seems like you two are, like, in love. And they're like, yeah, no, that's not the case. Nope, 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 nope. But anyways, she pretty much is begging them, like, hey, can you help me out with this situation then? Can you spare a little bit of your time? And they're like, no, we actually don't have time. So when they actually ended up leave, they end up, I guess, actually running into, like, this French mafia, which, funny enough, when they pull him over to the side, we see this blonde guy talking, and pretty much he's in Japan, and we find out that's kind of, I think he says that's, like, his sister. So the girl that pretty much was doing the manga, that's the dude's sister, and pretty much he's like, unless you want something bad to happen to you, you better help her out. So they pretty much plan to help her out, and that's pretty much kind of the thing. Again, you know, you have Masamune talk to the maid, pretty much saying, like, hey, just make sure you're helping me get closer to frickin' Aki. And then and the maid is like, yeah, sure, I got you. But then the fake Masamune pretty much confronts the maid, saying, like, oh, please, you know, you think you're gonna help me out too, and pretty much shows the picture of Masamune and the maid dabbing each other up and things like that. So the fake Masamune knows that the maid and Masamune are in cahoots together, so he's got something up his sleeve to maybe use against the maid to say, like, to maybe show, like, Aki, like, hey Aki, look, your maid and Masamune, they're clearly working together. Maybe that's why he's able to get so close to you, and that would kind of throw a wrench in Masamune's plan. So it's gonna be very interesting to see where the show goes. Again, I kind of honestly forgot, like, most of the major story points. Like, I vividly can remember how the story ended. I'm not going to spoil it for other people, because if you're new, if you're blind to the ending, or if you never read the manga, I won't do that to you. But, like, honestly, the middle part, I kind of honest to God forgot how it ends up. But that's kind of the thing. Also, before I get out of it, I think the cool thing too is with Masamune-Kun is it seems like they're doing a same day sub and a same day dub release as well. Which, hey, as an anime fan, I love when animes do that, because it's like, okay, if you prefer the English dub, you can watch the English dub the exact same day the sub comes out. As opposed to maybe waiting 3, 4, 5 weeks for the dub to come out, and then it gets its first episode, and then you're like 4 weeks behind the sub version. While everybody's talking about the sub version of the anime, you're stuck on the dub version, and you might see some potential spoilers because people are talking about the sub version. But hey, it kind of is what it is. I do wish some animes did a lot more same day subs, same day dub releases, but then again, that's pretty difficult because obviously these dubbing companies have to get the licensing rights to the to the anime, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so it's very rare. I know last season in spring of anime 2023, we had the same day sub, same day dub anime from last season of anime was Why Raeliana Ended Up in the Duke's Mansion. It seems like this go around it's gonna be Masamune-Kun. So yeah, and I don't know if Zom 100 is also doing a same day dub, same day sub release. I think it is. I don't know, but hey, anyways, it's fine. I'm glad that Masamune-Kun's back. I'll definitely be talking about it. Again, I apologize for getting this video out a day later. Now I know it comes out on Mondays, not on Tuesdays. So anyways, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or night or when you share this video, and have a safe 4th of July. Till then, guys, peace.